Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to your weekly reading. We're going to be talking about the energies of this upcoming week, or really this week that we're in, because I'm a little late with the forecast this week. So we're going to be starting with the day I'm filming this, which is the 17th of October, and going through until the 22nd, which, if my calculations serve, and by calculations, I mean counting on my fingers right before this video, counting off the days and the number of the days, the 22nd should be Sunday. So this is the wrap up of Libra season as we then move into Scorpio season, which begins on the 23rd. Let me get the numbers right. And 10 is October. So 10-2-3-2-3, right? That's going to be the start of Scorpio season. So kind of like a portal date that we have going on there. This whole month is like a portal, really, between the two eclipses that we're having, the 10-10 portal, just all of these really amped up energies. We even had a Friday the 13th in Halloween month this year. So a lot of beautiful, wild energies and synchronicities. Something that wants to be thrown out there for people too. I know Friday the 13th was last week, but it's this demonization of the number 13, right? Friday the 13th being the unlucky day. 13 is actually the crowning number of the divine feminine and of creation itself. So it's a very powerful, very beautiful number. Remember, we live in the AI inverted matrix. That means that everything is flipped on its head, so to speak, right? So when we're trying to ascertain truth, a lot of times we want to look to the opposite of what we're being presented with or shown on the surface. So Friday the 13th, or the number 13 in general, would be one of those examples of something beautiful and divine that was sort of attempted to be stripped of its divinity by associating it with something unlucky or something bad. So I hope everybody had a beautiful Friday the 13th last week, and I hope everybody's gearing up to have a beautiful week this week. I know we were, okay, so this is the thing to understand as we're moving through eclipse season. And if you have not watched the solar eclipse in Libra video, I highly suggest that you do, because we're going to be feeling those energies for the next 5 years. All right, and we go over that, talking about that a little more and why that is with the shadow of the moon and all of that, the length of that being 5 minutes, translating to 5 years. It's a year per minute of shadow there. When we're looking at the energies and the residual, how long they're going to be felt. Okay, so that eclipse, these energies are taking place for quite a while. In a traditional eclipse season, we say about 6 months anyway. All right, so it's still very relevant, even though the date has passed. And we're still riding the wave of those energies and all the changes that are occurring or were initiated both internally and externally as a result of that. And of course, we are moving toward that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus at the end of the month at 5 degrees of Taurus, just a few days before Halloween on the 28th to be exact. We have that. So big stuff coming up. It's all big this month, right? It's just wave upon wave of just intensely powerful energies. So there may be times where you're feeling very energized. There may be other times where you're feeling, quite frankly, exhausted and just needing that extra rest, that extra sleep, that extra hydration. You guys all need that all the time. All right, so just another friendly reminder to be drinking your water. All right, and blessing your water before you drink it. I am probably not too long, within a day or two of this video airing, I'm going to be airing the Mermaids of Lemuria or a regression video. So check that out. There's more details in that about how to bless your water and work with the beautiful energy healing components and qualities of water. Remember, we are water beings. We are mostly water. This is a primarily water planet. And creation really is kind of all made of water when you really get into it. We look at space as ether, but it's some of the things that people are coming to realize and understand is that we're actually all just kind of swimming in water, all the planets, everything in creation, just kind of in these beautiful waters. That's hence the term waters of creation, and the womb, right, being full of water, where we are suspended when we are growing in this planet, this incarnation, this dimension, right? That's just the microcosm and the macrocosm, right? That example of us gestating in the womb in those waters of creation is just yet one more example of how the small, the micro, right, mirrors the macro. And so Yeah, I don't know, just a nice tangent about water there. It's always good to get into water and talk about water, guys. Always, always hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So many energies coming through here. So what do we have for highlights this week? We're going to be feeling, like I said, the eclipse next 6 months, next 5 years, but where we just came out of it, there's probably a lot that has been activated in our immediate life and like pretty clearly to us right now, right? There's already a lot of stuff happening. So we're still sort of working through that, moving through those energies, all the realizations, all of the shifts in relationships, all of the shifts in whatever area of our chart we had that eclipse located at 21 degrees of Libra. Check that out in your own chart. And then as we're moving through these energies, we have some new stuff going on too. So we have Juno entering Virgo today on the day that I'm filming this, Juno being the planet or asteroid of partnership and marriage. And so as far as partnership goes, we are perhaps going to be giving our relationships that really discerning eye as Juno moves through this transit of Virgo. That means that we are not going to be settling, hopefully, for less than we deserve. We want to avoid being too harsh or too critical, either self-critical or critical of others. And if we notice us being really critical of our partners, we want to look at where within us that we are perhaps being critical as well, and what we can heal within ourselves. So that we can be kinder to ourselves and therefore kinder to others. But we do want to utilize this transit in order to, like I said, make sure that we are not settling for less than we deserve. And making sure also this is a time where people are going to be willing to put that extra effort into the partnerships and relationships that feel important to them. Virgo is not afraid to put in the work. And this is where a practical approach to our relationships will work very well. So this means looking at, okay, what can I do here? How can we improve this? All right, what are the steps that we can take to make this better, this relationship, right? And if we are single and we're looking for partnership, what are the concrete steps that I can take in order to, what's the strategy that I can employ in order to meet people, in order to put myself out there? What am I looking for in a partner? This is a really great time to be making that manifestation list, right? Look where we write down what it is that we're looking for in a partner, and we sort of put that energy out there to the universe. If we are in a partnership and we are struggling, this is also, and this actually came up the other day, this idea of writing out a list of what we're looking for in a partner and in a partnership, and seeing where it is that we align with our current partner and where it is that we don't, and then being able to come together and say, okay, how can we work on this to make this partnership stronger so that we both are receiving what we need from each other. And this is all Libra energy too, right? Relationships coming out of that eclipse. It makes sense that we're in this phase, and Juno is in this phase right now within the sign of Virgo, because these are many of the things, a lot of relationship issues, if they existed, got stirred up during that eclipse. A lot of balancing and reprioritizing and compromising, and becoming aware of like where we are willing to compromise and where we're not. So we're still kind of moving through that journey. Virgo does rule the 6th house, so there is 6th house energy here. So something interesting that came through when I was thinking about this transit was that this is a time where we might meet people on the job. This might affect our relationships with coworkers as well, or we could end up falling for a coworker. Also in the arena of health and wellness, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, or in the arena and the realm of service. So a lot of interesting stuff. I never quite thought about the transits that way, but they were telling me to look at the 6th house to arenas that may be challenging relationships, right? So if you are in a relationship, perhaps you don't work together, but work is an area, their job or your job, or maybe you do work together, and that's a whole other can of worms, right? Sometimes. And perhaps that's an area where you need to start making some adjustments so that your relationship can thrive. Maybe it has to do with somebody's physical health. Maybe that's been putting a strain on the relationship, somebody's mental health. Where are there services that people can employ for that? This is a great time to also go to couples counseling or do something like that with Juno in the sign of Virgo. All right, moving on here, you guys. On the 19th, so the 19th through the 21st, is going to be like prime energy time. We are going to be experiencing on the 19th, the sun coming into conjunction with Mercury. Mercury is going to be moving into Scorpio on the 21st. So this is like Mercury's last hurrah in Libra before moving into Scorpio. And of course, the sun is quickly following suit. So the sun and Mercury together, having a powerful meeting in the sign of Libra before they both, over the next few days, following this meeting, shift into the sign of Scorpio. So this is really bringing all of those, crystallizing all of these Libra energies and lessons. All right. So like we talked about, especially with this eclipse, these themes have been really strong this year, working with relationships, working with balance. All right. Working with compromise, working with, codependency, people pleasing, any of these manipulation. We talked about the different ways that people can manipulate and how some of those energies might be coming up. The toxic and the healthy aspects of partnership, and how it is that we can sort of release those old toxic energies. We talked about cycles, right? Templates that we are deleting and moving through, as far as like the old templates of relationship, the old relations, the power dynamics between the masculine and feminine, the ways that we're balancing out our own masculine and feminine, and the ways that we relate to these energies also outwardly in the world. So a lot of those energies coalescing and crystallizing within our consciousness. And there's a deeper understanding of self. Remember, Mercury and the sun. Mercury represents our mental function. It represents our communication. The sun represents our sense of self, right? Our life force, our primary life force energy, our driving energy. So with the sun and Mercury together, that's a major ego energy, okay? This represents the ego, the two main aspects of the ego. All right, and so there is a transformation happening here. And we talk a little bit about how the Aries Libra axis is very much about identity and understanding the self, right? Aries is identifying or coming to, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with words here, you guys. Give me a second to get the words out that I'm seeking right now. Aries energy asserts oneself. They come to understand themselves through their own, it's like a self-determined view and understanding of the self. Whereas with Libra energy, we're learning about the self through the reflection of other people, the way we're reflected back to us within other people, the way our relationships teach us about ourselves and teach us who we are. Okay, Aries energy is like, nah, this is who I am. Libra energy is like, this is who I am because this is what I've learned about myself through the lens of other people, or this is what I am, or who I am because this is what I was told. And that's the scary energy, right? As far as the energy that is detrimental to our growth that we're moving out of. All right, we're moving into a more self-determined view of ourselves, but one that is made better and one that is made more balanced and one that has grown, and a self that has grown through our relationships with others and the way those have transformed us and given us deeper insight. So we're allowing our relations with others to give us deeper insight into ourselves, but we're not allowing them to fully define who we are. And so with this conjunction of the sun and Mercury in Libra, there's like a new vision or understanding of the self as a result of the journey we've undergone that is beginning to coalesce, to crystallize here. All right, this is, of course, when we have this particular aspect is a beautiful aspect for artistry, for creating something beautiful, for beautiful conversation, especially if you're trying to get somebody to see your way, or kind of like win somebody over. But remember, we were just learning about the different ways that people can manipulate. So we want to be careful we're not manipulating. All right. And that the energy and the tendency to manipulate is going to be heightened by the fact that we have a square to Pluto going on here. And this square exacts with each of these planets over the next few days, 20th and 21st. However, we're within a few degrees even during the conjunction. So we're considering this aspect kind of ongoing from the 19th through the 21st, 22nd, what have you. All right, until we have the sun and then Mercury not long after moving into Scorpio. Mercury first, Mercury on the 21st, and then the sun on the 23rd moving into Scorpio. So it's kind of like they're almost moving together here. And moving through this square from Pluto on their way, Pluto is kind of activating them and initiating us in a sense, right? There's that powerful sort of, it's an energy of closure as well. I don't know if I recommend, yeah, I did talk about how we're closing out these old toxic cycles around relationships and all of that different stuff. So Pluto really bringing through that transformation and that initiation, but there may be a final test, if you will, challenge or test here. Right? And so this may show up in some type of power struggle. And like I said, the tendency to manipulate, the tendency to, however it is that we attempt to get power over another person or situation. All right. I feel like that's all I want to say about that. I was trying to feel into whether there was anything else that I wanted to add here. But we can really level up in our empowerment depending on how we handle that energy. And that, of course, is the goal. That's the idea. And then we have here on the 21st also Venus and Virgo trining Jupiter and Taurus. And this is a beautiful energy. This is a great day if you were going to, like, you know how I said couples counseling and things like that would be good ideas during Venus and Virgo. That day with Venus trine Jupiter is a perfect day to start something like that or to have any of those important conversations. This is a day that's really kind of opening up our energy. It's bringing through that beautiful Jupiterian optimism. All right. Anything that you begin or initiate on the 21st, any energy that you put out there is going to be magnified. And so it's a great day to create. It's a great day to socialize. It's a great day to love and be loved. And to do anything where you could utilize or you kind of need that extra burst of enthusiasm or that extra sense of optimism and belief in yourself, belief in possibilities, belief in others. That's a really great day for that. All right. Great day for a first date too, if you're thinking about going out on a first date. And then that is also on the 21st, the day that Mercury enters Scorpio. So first dates, we're going to have that optimistic energy and that beautiful vibe, right? But we're also going to have the depth of Mercury entering Scorpio, all right? So there's going to be also that ability to really get deep. There's going to be that desire to really connect on a deep level with people. And to really tear away pretenses. So deep connections and possibilities there with Mercury entering Scorpio. And it's really putting us into that Halloween-y state of mind, if you will, as we move into this second half of October here. Mercury and Scorpio, this is where our focus and our energy, like I said, is we're not interested in small talk. We're not interested in the shallow, superficial. We want to go deep. We want to explore. The mind is more penetrating. It can absolutely be more brooding, more obsessive, more compulsive. And that's why we want to be aware. We want to be wary of those aspects, but we want to, take advantage of that ability to really dive deep and to really focus that mental energy in an area that we are passionate about. Okay. And then on the 22nd, right after entering Scorpio, Mercury trines Saturn. So definitely on the 22nd, there's going to be, and this will be within range on the day that Mercury enters Scorpio, okay? And a lot of times I look at whatever's happening on the first day that a planet enters a sign as sort of a signal as to what that transit is going to bring for us, or kind of the themes or energies of that transit. So with Mercury trining Saturn in Pisces, there's definitely a serious undertone. The seriousness of Mercury and Scorpio is going to be a theme that day, and probably as we move through Scorpio season. We're going to have the sun trining Saturn as well as he enters Scorpio a few days later. So there's going to be some Saturnian vibes, but this is also a really great opportunity to ground our mental energy, to put that energy into, to bring that mental energy into manifested form. So all through Mercury's transit through Scorpio, and especially in these beginning days, the 22nd through the 24th, know that this is a really powerful opportunity to be able to speak to speak things into being. There we go. It's just that energy. We're going to be able to bring things into form through the words that we speak. The words that we speak are going to be very important, and we're going to see things manifesting rapidly in our reality as a result of us speaking them into being. So just as you move forward, remember that I speak my, what I am having trouble with, like the exact affirmation and words that I want to use here. Funnily enough, I speak my world into being. There we go. All right. So what is the world that you want to create? And get really serious about this, right? Saturn doesn't mess around, even in the sign of Pisces. All right. But this is really an opportunity to bring the spiritual through into the physical, to bring our deepest soul desires, and to really bring and translate more of our higher self and our soul energy into the physical. All right. And to connect deeply with our higher selves. And this time of year is also famously related to connecting with our ancestors as well. But I really feel that energy of not only your ancestry, but your higher self. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I think we're going to get into the pick a pile now, you guys. So pick a number 1 through 3. Oh, this is weird. Pick a number 1 through 3. And today Spirit wants me to count backwards from 3 to 1. It's like really strange, right? Clear, which makes me think of hypnosis, right? In hypnosis, we do that. When we bring people under, it's from 3 to 1. When we bring them out, it's counting forward. I think, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. It's one of those days where, clear, I'm just a little confused in general. Still waking up to you guys. But either way, there's an interesting energy here with Spirit wants us to go backwards. So we're starting with pile number 3. For all those who chose pile number 3, this is your reading. And we're using the same deck we used for pile 3 last time, interestingly enough. All right, Spirit. Let's get some energy for the upcoming week for pile number 3. Pile number 3. All right, what guidance do we have for the upcoming week? All right, first card out for pile 3, 6 of Cups. Then we have Justice. And I believe that is, yeah, Justice in reverse. And the 5 of Coins. All right. So this week, so the past is really on your mind this week, pile 3. Okay? You're really, stuff is coming up, and this, remember, we are healing a lot. We are closing out a lot of cycles. So it makes sense that things from the past are going to be on the forefront of some of our minds. There's something here. Somebody rejected you. You lost. For some people, this is like a romantic partner that rejected you. For some people, this has to do with a divorce. For some people, this has to do with some type of other financial loss. Perhaps somebody who harmed you, who betrayed you. Some type of loss, okay? Some kind of rejection or loss. And for a lot of people, there was money involved in this loss, okay? And you're really getting stuck in the energy, the victim energy of this. And some of you guys, and this makes sense with Scorpio season, Mercury entering into Scorpio, like you're kind of like almost plotting revenge. It's like, I feel like somebody has gotten to the point where you're like, listen, this person, this karma never came back around for this person. All right. I've been waiting patiently. Perhaps for some of you, it's like you even forgot about the situation until this person popped back up within your periphery again. And you realize that they were doing really amazing. And it didn't seem like you were expecting like a hand to be dealt in response to the hand that this person dealt you. And it's just not happening. And so some of you guys are like, is this time to take matters into my own hands? All right. We have the autumnal equinox preparing for a change coming out. And express gratitude is on this card. So I feel like this is spirit saying no. No, like taking matters into your own hands, that is not going to, that's not going to improve this situation. It's not going to improve your own karma, right? Sometimes karma doesn't play out in this lifetime. Sometimes karma is playing out, but we just don't see it, right? We don't know everything that's going on with somebody. We don't know what's going on with them internally. We don't know what's going on with them externally. If you haven't seen this person in a while, you also don't know what they've been through in the time since you saw them. All you know is what you're seeing and being presented with now. Okay. And it's not about retribution. It's about forgiveness. So for some of you guys, this is a major lesson in forgiveness here and releasing and letting go of victim consciousness. Okay. What else am I feeling here? There was something else that was coming through, trying to see if I can tap back into that. For some of you guys where you just went through a situation like this, you are coming up on, within the next few months, there is going to be a turnaround in the energy for you personally and specifically. We got the moon, mental clarity, releasing fear and anxiety. Yeah, so whatever situations may have happened in the past, whether they're, and for some of you guys, it's like, you truly were a victim in some situations, right? But you get to choose, do you want to stay in that energy or do you want to rise above that? Do you want to move beyond that? Do you want to take your power back? That's what spirit wants to know. That's the opportunity that's being laid out in front of you. And you take it back in here and you take it back in here. Okay, and that's why forgiveness is part of that process, releasing, letting go of the past. All right? And for some of you guys too, I'm feeling like this might be coming out. Okay, this was what was going on before, or coming through before. For some of you guys, there's somebody coming to try to make amends to you. Like maybe they're in a 12-step program or something, or it's just like they're wanting to come up and make amends for past behavior. Or you could be the person who's in this process right now where you're getting ready to make amends for the harm that you've caused in the past. You've been really you've been thinking a lot about it. You've been learning a lot about who you were back then, why you did the things that you did, what fears were underneath that, what you were compensating for, what was driving you. All right. And you're forgiving yourself and you're in this process now where you are moving forward and you're ready to approach the people that you've harmed and make things right. And remember, an amends process, speaking from a 12-step standpoint here, is not about other people forgiving you. It's about you continuing the process of forgiving yourself. And it's about making situations right. All right. So an amends can be successful even if the other person spits in your face. All right. Because it's not about them forgiving you. And if you approach it like that, right, looking for forgiveness, that is still coming from a place of selfishness because the forgiveness makes you feel better. It's not about being forgiven by others. Like I said, it's about being forgiven by the self. And when you forgive yourself, it doesn't matter. And for some of you, that's the test. Like there is somebody here who is in this 12-step type situation or something like this. You may not be in a literal 12-step program, but it's the energy of this if you're not in a literal one. And you're coming to make amends to somebody and they are not receiving it well. And that's the test. Can you still love yourself? Can you still forgive yourself even if they don't forgive you yet or ever, right? It's the same thing as getting closure, right? We may not get the validation we're seeking from other people. If that's our idea of closure, there are many situations where we may never have that. But closure can be simply letting go. All right. And that's what this is all about here. It's about letting go of the past so you can move into your future. Pile 3. All right. What else do we have? Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Wands. And this 9 of Wands in reverse here is all about choosing your battles. Yeah. So there's going to be a moment this week. And remember, we talked about this with the power struggles. All right. With the sun and Mercury being squared by Pluto here. There's going to be a decisive moment this week where you have the option to sink back into old behavior or to try something new. Okay, where somebody triggers you, somebody pulls rank, somebody, could be somebody in an energy of authority, or somebody who believes they have authority over you, somebody who tries to manipulate you, somebody who tries to get one over on you in some way, somebody who just treats you badly. All right, treats you without respect, maybe. Could be anything. For some of you guys too, it could be somebody from your past coming back trying to seduce you, or somebody who's not from somebody from the past, but you already noticed the red flags and the energy there. Somebody that is trying to drag you back into an old way of being or thinking. And they may not even be doing it consciously. It's just like their energy is being presented to you at this time in order to do that, so that you can have that opportunity to either fall back or not. And that's the test. But for a lot of you, this is going to come in the form of some type of confrontation or somebody who triggers you. And it's like, how do you react to that? All right. Okay, you guys, I think we're going to tower on the bottom of the deck here. Powerful revelations for all of my pile number 3s as we're moving through this week. This is really intense. All right. Yeah, a lot of challenging outer circumstances, especially when it comes to our interactions. We have the Lovers inverted on the bottom of the deck here, the Hermit inverted, self-absorption. All right, and so a lot being brought up within people. Really intense energies here, intense wounds being brought up. Intense healing possible, because you're really getting the opportunity this week to act in a different way and to show how much you've grown and how much you've learned by the way that you approach people and circumstances that are challenging. Okay. And there's also going to be an opportunity here for putting other people before yourself in a healthy way. Not in an unhealthy way, not in a people-pleasing way, not in a codependent kind of a way, but in a healthy way. All right? And learning to think of others in areas where some people in this pile may have been more apt to think of themselves. Yeah. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. We got the Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Coins. All right. So there are beautiful new starts and new beginnings possible if you are willing to stay in your integrity, to choose your battles. All right. To release the past and to practice forgiveness of self and others. Clear. We are only victims of our past as long as we allow ourselves to be. See, King of Swords here, mind over matter. All right, keep your wits about you this week. And allow yourself to be surrounded by people that love you and appreciate you. And take the help that you need if and when it's offered. All right, love y'all. Bye. Okay. Pile number 2, we're going to be pulling from the Starseed Oracle. And I love that Spirit's having us do this backwards, but pile number 2 is still pile number 2. Clear. All right. And what I mean by that is pile number 2 is still right in the middle. So beautiful Starseed Oracle here for all of my pile number 2s. What messages does Spirit have to share with everyone who chose pile number 2 for this upcoming week? What guidance, what messages, what's going on for my pile 2s? All right, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, higher learning. So I feel like there are definitely going to be some consistencies with the pile 3 reading that I just did, as far as like major lessons that you came here to learn. This is like finals week, I feel, for a lot of people. We have Star Keeper here. And we have You're Not For Everyone, Embrace Your Weirdness, Face Your True North. All right, so let's feel into these for a minute here. Some people, like I said, it's finals week. So some people, it's like this is graduation time. This is where we're really internalizing some massive lessons, soul lessons, and gaining a deeper connection to our cosmic origins. This is a major portal week for my pile number 2s. You're going to have access to not only wisdom from this particular incarnation, but other past incarnations, as well as your cosmic family is going to be coming through and offering you some guidance as well. And this could be within the sleep, like you may have extra, you may be going, you may be taking some extra credit classes in your sleep time is sort of what I'm feeling here. Let's see. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnated on Earth for quite some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all of its species is coming to a head. And so this speaks about remaining as grounded as possible during this period. It says, the more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of the larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. And how do you lead a glorious life? By following your true north and being true to yourself. All right. By embracing what makes you different instead of just trying to fit in. Your affirmation is, I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. So you guys, being grounded is going to be really important for you. It's like you're learning what your individual soul came here to learn. Okay. There is sort of a graduation process going on, a finals, like final exams happening around that energy. But it's also like more of your higher mission, your collective mission. Because remember, this reading talked about an individual and a collective mission. More of that collective mission and collective growth is becoming the focus for you. All right. And you're coming to see how the lessons that you learned in this incarnation, these types of lessons here, right? The Earth School lessons, helped to round you out more and helped you in your higher mission. All right. For the planetary evolution as well. They helped grow you in the ways that you needed to grow in order to be a more powerful vessel of light. And as this reading said, you may be called to travel. You may feel a real specific place really tugging at you this week. If you can go to this place right now, go. If this is somewhere that you're going to be going in the future, start making those plans, start laying the groundwork for that, because your energy is needed in different locations and you may find yourself traveling a lot. As we said, eclipse season, next 5 years, that Libra eclipse is going to be felt for you guys in pile number 2. You may be doing a lot of traveling over the next 5 years or so. Your energy may be needed in a lot of different places. You may be pulled and drawn to different groups, different organizations, right now. That's because your energy is needed in those places as well. Different causes, types of social justice, environmental justice may be calling you. Pay attention to all of that stuff because it's really important, and that's all part of your mission. Okay, you're moving really deep into mission work. And this week is going to be sort of like the opening, the crusting of that, the putting to bed, the final soul lessons, karmic lessons that you needed to understand and complete. And then really moving more deeply into just the overall soul mission as far as the ascension of humanity goes. That's really going to be your focus. I feel like actually for a lot of my pile number 2s, you would be similar to the group when Dolores Cannon talks about the 3 waves of souls, the group that came here and chose not to get entangled in a whole lot of karma, not to have children, probably because they don't want the extra karma there, to kind of be unattached and free floating in a sense, because you just came here to be that saddle, that vessel, that satellite, that vessel for that high vibrational energy. You just came here to bathe the earth in your own unique frequency. And so for you, a lot of this Earth School's lessons has all been about learning how to open your heart back up, how to anchor more firmly into your own heart and open up that portal that exists within you, within that heart center, that then brings through that light so powerfully, that cosmic light from your cosmic ancestry that floods this planet. And so the more like this week for you is really about stepping into your heart, about self-acceptance, about self-love, right? About being authentically you and not giving a fuck what anybody thinks, okay? I'm saying that strongly because this is important. This is strong, all right? For you, this is so important, all right? Facing your true north, dancing to the beat of your own drum, not being afraid of what other people think of you, really like getting that out. You got to get that out of your mind, okay? All right, you are so beautiful. You are so important. You are so brilliant. Let yourself be brilliant, all right? Stop dimming yourself down. Stop worrying about the way that you shine. Is it blinding others, right? Is it reflecting weirdly? How is it being received? That's not your business. Your business is not to worry. When you operate from a fully open heart and you with that strong intention of harm to none, it's not your job to worry about how that's being received. It's just your job to shine, right? Think about the sun. The sun doesn't apologize for shining. The sun doesn't worry about whether or not you've got on your sunblock, all right? Or whether you've got your sunglasses with you. The sun is going to shine regardless. And honestly, we want to make sure that we are having a healthy amount of sun exposure, but we also want to be, when it comes to sunblock and stuff like that, think about the term sunblock. All right, the sun is our life force. We don't want to be blocking that energy. We want to make sure that we are taking in healthy doses of the sun, right? But like we want to be really absorbing as much of that as we can. I'll put it that way. Remember, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just giving you my opinion. So, yeah, shine. Don't apologize for it. Don't worry about how it's being received or how it's going to affect anybody else. That's not your job. Your job isn't to worry about any of that. It's just to shine. All right, you guys. And take action. If you guys have been procrastinating, it's time to start taking those steps that you're being guided. You are going to be receiving major guidance this week. And your only job besides loving yourself and releasing and letting go of anything that is out of alignment, that the eclipse is trying to move out of your life, embracing any changes that are coming through for you, your only job, clear, is to love yourself and to keep on shining, baby. That's it. All right. Love you so much. Yeah, double mission on the bottom of the deck. You guys, mission is, that's the word for you this week. All right. Serve the world by being you. If I were titling this reading for you guys, that's what it would be called. Clear. That is your greatest mission at this time. Love yourself, be yourself, and shine, shine, shine. And go where you're being led. Like literally, physically go where you're being led. All right. And actually, I think I'm going to pull one Gateway of Light activation card for my pile number 2s to close here. Clear. One activation card for my 2s here, my pile number 2s. Whoa, that's way too many. Way too many. Basically, use your throat chakra. Throat and solar plexus are receiving activations right now. This is all about willpower, authenticity, your inner fire, your self-expression, your ability to be who you are, to speak that, and to act that out in the world, right? So receiving upgrades for that. Step into that by embodying that. The Halls of a Mentee initiation. The Halls of a Mentee, these are located, they're etheric, right? But they're located in a portal above the Great Pyramid of Giza. So imagine yourself within that pyramid. Imagine a portal opening up, and kind of allow yourself to be pulled up into that portal, into that energy. You can receive information, knowledge, wisdom there, initiations, activations. All right. You may receive information about your soul purpose and communication from your team of light within the Halls of a Mentee. Look up the Halls of a Mentee for more information on that. And then we also have the Inner Earth and the Gaia Gateway activation. So this is why the traveling is so important for you. A lot of you guys, you are grid keepers. You are here to heal the planet with your frequencies, right? So the planet is really calling you to where you are going to be of the most assistance. And it's really being out in nature is powerfully activating you, okay? And the Inner Earth is all about the root chakra too. So a lot of powerful chakra activations and healing here. This is about laying and creating foundations as well. And the Akashic Records, this is clearing out the old stories, right? So this is releasing whatever karma you may have incurred in this lifetime. You're finalizing those lessons that are going to allow you to release that karma, because you guys, like I said, you aren't meant to come here and incur karma. Third eye activation too. Holy crap, you guys. You guys are receiving like full chakra activation and illumination right now. Clear. That's huge. Work with frequency, work with color, work with singing bowls, tones, whatever it is that you're guided to do to enhance that. Keep clearing your energy. If you guys want to book a personal healing session, reach out to me and let me know. All right. Love you. Okay. We're doing pile number 3 now. Pile number 3. We're actually going to start out with the Archangel Oracle cards. Or sorry. Clear. We were reversed here. So this is pile number 1. We're going to start pile number 1 in the 3rd slot. We're starting out with the Archangel Oracle cards. Clear. The Archangels have a message for my pile number 1s. What do the Archangels want to know? Let everyone who chose pile number 1 know. Pile number 1. All right. We have Seraphim Seraphiel and Archangel Mary coming out. So this is about tuning into the divine will, opening your heart with compassion, and enfolding others in love. So compassion, major heart activations coming through this week for my pile number 1s. All right. Archangel Lavender, prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. Yeah, and forgiveness was a powerful theme in, I want to say, pile number 3's reading. So those of you who chose pile number 1, you may also want to check out pile 3. But this is just probably a repeating theme throughout this week, this energy of forgiveness. All right, there's a deep, deep soul healing. And just the angels are really with my pile number 1s. They're working with you. They're working for you. They are sending you so much love, so much healing. I literally feel them like wrapping their wings around you this week to assist you. And see how she's beaming this energy down. They're really sending so much energy. And Archangel Lavender, she is sending the birds, right? So for some of you guys, bats are birds. Bats are very Scorpio-esque, right? Very October. But I also feel the energy of birds as messengers, birds as healing. Like if you hear birds outside your window this week, they may actually be chirping healing tones to bring healing to you. Let's see. I want to read this specific card for you guys. Seraphim Seraphiel. The Seraphim Seraphiel is a 12th dimensional angel who shimmers with many colors, predominantly blue, and is considered to carry a masculine energy, though in truth his masculine and feminine aspects are in perfect equilibrium. As the frequency on Earth rises, Seraphiel is able to illuminate us and pour downloads of golden blue light containing information, knowledge, and wisdom into our minds. His light automatically brings about healing on every level. He can also dramatically open individuals' heart chakras by sending a finger of his light to touch them. The people and communities Seraphiel is influencing are starting to experience pure happiness and inner peace in a way that no one has done since the golden era of Atlantis, which we would also call the golden area of Lemuria, right? As you experience peace and happiness, you start to nurture and care for our planet and are able to access the divine blueprint of Earth. When the Seraphim Seraphiel comes to you, he is inviting you to step up your light. Imagine what your life would be like if you opened your heart completely. Then act as if it is fully open. When you do so, Seraphiel will bring you inner peace, happiness, healing, abundance, and love. Expand your heart and receive his illumination. This card is also a call for you to tune into your higher self and listen to the divine will. Then do whatever needs to be done to harmonize with the divine blueprint of your life. When you do this, your life will be enriched beyond your wildest imaginings. All the help you need is pouring into you now. So this is assistance for any of you who felt as though perhaps a major question that you had was the age-old question, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What am I doing here right now, right? How can I be of higher service, better service to myself, to humanity? And you are receiving some answers this week, but most of those answers are coming through the form of a beautiful heart opening, heart activation, heart awakening. And we heard about this with the 1010 portal, right? This energy of the importance of this heart activation, this heart awakening. So the energy of forgiveness, releasing attachment, forgiveness, all right, is crucial, is paramount to this powerful heart activation that you are receiving right now. The ability to do this, to be loving and compassionate to others. All right, it's like what you guys are also receiving is an up-leveling in your ability to hold compassion for yourself, which then, of course, translates to deeper compassion for others. Let's see. Yeah, just really working with Archangel Lavender wants to assist you with working with the energy of forgiveness. And you guys really want to watch the pile number 1 reading. Or pile number 3 rather, sorry, because there's so much. This is really tying back so powerfully into that reading. All right, I want to see what else we want here. Clear. Archangel Michael letting himself be known on the bottom of the deck before we close, bringing in strength, helping you to step more deeply into your power. Yeah, I want to do... I'm going to pull a couple Zodiac of the 108 cards for you, and then I want to do the Thoth Tarot for you guys, actually. So we're going to pull a couple of these. Clear. Yeah, I'm super excited. I have my first opportunity to do like an unboxing video and sort of a review of a new tarot deck for you guys. So that's going to be coming out soon. I'm waiting to receive the deck in the mail. So for somebody who is as obsessed with tarot and oracle decks as I am, and how much they're utilized here, there's no greater honor. That was sort of one of my benchmarks or goals, was to be able to do that and create some affiliates with some tarot companies. So I'm really excited about that, you guys. It's a beautiful deck too, from what I've seen. You guys are gonna love it. All right, so we have Fairy Tale coming out. Believing the impossible, happily ever after. Some unexpected blessing coming in, it feels like here. Spirit's saying, in order to receive this, you need to maintain hope and faith, especially if your faith has been wavering. Spirit's saying there is no time for that. All right? You have to believe in the impossible in order to receive it, in order to receive your miracle, okay? And this is the declaration here. This is reclaiming power, manifestos. Let's see, sovereignty. Interesting. One more card with these. Oh, these are both 7. So we have a 7-7 energy here. Cancer and Leo energy. Then we have yes. The situation or event is right on track at this time. So this is why I'm saying don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Oh, interesting. Then we have a 1 and a 6, which adds up to a 7 as well. And this is heart and home. So, and person of earth coming through. Right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is the provider, the caregiver energy, material, nurturing, dependable, stable, materialistic. But I don't see that in a negative way in this card. So there's something with the home here. If somebody asks you to move in with them, I feel like if this person is a positive, really positive factor in your life, the answer is yes. If somebody's trying to move a business into their home this week, I'm feeling a yes for that as well. Like working from home kind of a thing. Anything to do with buying a home, it's a strong yes there. Anything relating to these 4th house energies, these Cancer energies, it's a big yes. Adding to your home, adding to your family, visiting your family. Yes to all of that. Anything that is going to increase your stability, increase your security, anything that you can do to add to that this week is a big yes. Okay? Somebody's getting their happy ending. That's what this is. That's what this is. Somebody is getting their happy ending, and there is a contract or something being signed this week. Perhaps you are buying a home. Okay? Perhaps you are, somebody could be getting married here. They could be entering into some sort of business deal that is going to be very lucrative and provide for them provide for their family, provide them what they need here. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is definitely somebody's happily ever after. I love that. And then we have the thunderstorm on the bottom of the deck. Energy shift. That's what I'm feeling from this, the thunderstorm here. It's the power and the energy shift. So we have 50-50 here with the thunderbolt, with the energy shift here. That's a Scorpio card. That is the card of change. So something is powerfully shifting and changing. And I think this is a warning from Spirit too, saying like, you get to, well, it's a reminder, you get to decide. You are creating your reality. Things can go any way. It's your level of belief that is what allows or does not allow this to unfold. So check your beliefs. Make sure that you are staying positive. Remember, make sure that you are believing that you deserve the best and that the best is possible for you. But I just see a beautiful positive shift in energy here. Just make sure that you are employing this, this energy of being responsible, of taking care of all the things that you need to take care of. Dotting your I's, crossing your T's. All right, let's get some energy. Let's get clear. Anything from the Thoth Tarot that wants to come out here. If you start feeling disempowered, if you need any help or assistance, ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut away any negative cords, to come in and bring healing, bring empowerment, bring strength. I might dig back into that, or let's dig into that a little more, the thunderstorm and what that means. Spirit, give us some guidance about, is there a warning coming through here as well? Is there anything we need to know about that, the energy shift or the warning? All right, we have the Seven of Swords here. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Lust card. Which I believe is actually strength, typically. So this is all about releasing attachment. Tell me a little more here. All right. I believe that's the Chariot. Completion, Four of Wands. Okay. It's about releasing attachment. It's about being willing to go with the flow. All right. So it's like this week you're being asked, pile number one, to employ that earth energy of being grounded, being stable, showing up in the ways that you're being asked to show up, right? Taking care of the things you need to take care of in order to move forward, right? Doing all the physical groundwork, right? Your manifestations coming through, but you gotta like meet that, right? But there's also this energy here of like, don't become too fixed. Don't become too static. You got to still be willing to bend a little bit. You've got to be willing to adapt. There may be some curveballs, and that may be what this energy is all about. A few curveballs thrown in the mix that are going to require that energy of adaptation, that energy of mutability, and perhaps an energy of compromise. So don't allow yourself to get swayed too much by that. And also by anybody else's negativity. Don't disempower yourself. Don't allow yourself to be disempowered or disempower yourself this week, okay? Because you have all of this beautiful stuff coming through. All right? So don't give away your power. This is all about you learning to stand in your own power. Okay? We got the Tower coming out again. Yeah, there's something coming out here. Something that you don't see. Interesting. But it actually brings you closer to your it's like It feels like, it may feel for a little bit like it's blowing you off course, but it's actually aligning you more powerfully with your course, if that makes any sense. Chariot. Okay, so that wasn't the Chariot then. Let's see here. Stay strong in your intentions. Keep moving forward. Be adaptable. Understand that any challenges or setbacks this week, it's almost like, I feel like there may be some temporary challenges that come up that cause you to really get into like worst case scenario thinking. And Spirit's saying, don't let these things throw you off, because like what you are getting your happily ever after. You are getting your happy ending. You have earned it. All right. So just keep taking the steps forward. And if challenging circumstances come up this week, don't let them throw you off completely. I know I might just be repeating myself, but I'm really trying to flesh out the message here and really get this point across. Don't become your own worst enemy, okay? Don't make any snap reactive choices or decisions that are going to come back to bite you in the ass, okay? Just continue to be slow and methodical. Continue to be adaptable in the ways that you need to be adaptable. But still, of course, keep your own bottom line in mind, all right? It's like, this is where I'm willing to negotiate. This is where I'm willing to be flexible. This is where I draw the line. All right? This is what I need in order to move forward, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it might be like kind of a chaotic week. There may be some unseen or unexpected hurdles, but ultimately you're going to walk out of this with exactly what you want and exactly what you need, okay? So keep your eyes on the prize. Pile number 1. Clear. Love you so much. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I will talk to you very soon.